Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of it. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and kind of this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, kind of looking at what is the purpose of the connection, specifically kind of focused on, best course of action moving forward. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy of each side of the connection. This week, I've actually clarified it with a separate tarot deck. I've only pulled 3 cards from this tarot deck, but there will be a 4th tarot deck used in this reading. And then obviously, as usual, I have 3 different tarot decks for each side of the connection. Any information on the extended reading or in booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing is that these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you end up resonating more with the energy to my right than to my left, or if you're a cross watcher or vice versa, that's totally fine and totally normal. These are general readings. They're meant for you to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Aquarius, on your side of this connection, you have fire with the 5 of Swords in reverse. The reason I decided to clarify it, this is a new tarot deck that I just got, and I'm trying to get used to the imagery. So 5 of Swords in reverse with the fire card here. There is a lot of intensity coming from your side of this connection, and that could be anger, that could be, just general passion, just a lot of fiery energy coming from your side here. And quite honestly, Aquarius, a little bit of defensiveness. Now, that defensiveness might be stemming from this feeling of needing to protect yourself, or just being overly triggered because of the intensity that the energy you have towards this is right now. So I'm not necessarily saying you're doing anything wrong, but we will get more information on that when we kind of dig into tarot and see what's going on. Now, this person, they have transformation with the Ace of Wands in reverse here. This person definitely, from what I'm seeing here, like needs or is currently going through some sort of a personal transformation. The reason I say needs to is this Ace of Wands in reverse is kind of this card of like not taking action, right? Not really taking action in the sense or in the direction that they need to, in the way that they need to. And so if this personal transformation is needed and they're not taking action toward that, that could be where your frustration is kind of stemming from. Now, the truth of this connection, you have the Death card with the 2 of Swords in reverse. This connection, this Death card, it doesn't mean that the truth is that it's going to end, or the truth is that this is the death of the connection. That's not what I'm saying. This Death card to me is another card for transformation, but it's kind of like the ending of one phase and the beginning of another, right? I guess that is kind of the definition of transformation. But with the 2 of Swords in reverse, and then I saw the Knight of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck when I pulled this, this connection's kind of in a limbo period. Like it's kind of at a standstill. And I feel like that's because there are certain aspects of it that are coming to an end to make room for, either maybe better aspects of the connection, or for a better connection in general, just kind of depending on how it resonates for you. But Aquarius, let's start by looking at your side here. This is Aquarius' side of this connection. Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. This is for Aquarius' side of this connection, please. This is Aquarius' side of this connection, please. You're definitely disappointed with how things are right now. Definitely dealing with some sadness, some very emotional energy around this, because I feel like things either feel like they're falling apart or have fallen apart. With the 3 of Cups in reverse, I just feel like there's a distance in this connection, whether or not you guys are still together. And I feel like that's been really difficult for you to kind of handle here. It's funny because I said I saw this Knight of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of this deck, but I'm seeing it here now too. That's so funny. I said I saw the 2 of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. Actually, I just want to see. Is it still here? Because sometimes I shuffle. Yeah, it is. It's right there. Knight of Pentacles. See, I'm not lying. And then the string. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Because this Two of Swords in reverse came out, and then you have the Strength card in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Strength in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Sometimes I do wish that I pulled those overall energies in the reading when things like this happen. But what I'm getting at with this message, because the last thing I was clarifying was the truth of this connection, but it's definitely coming out on your side of things here, is that you're obviously lacking. Like, I feel like this connection has taken away a lot of your strength, a lot of your power. I feel like it has put you more in an emotional position than it has like a powerful position. And I feel like that's why things aren't really moving forward right now, is you have a lot that you are needing to work through at the moment. That was crazy. That was cool. I love when that happens. All right. This is Aquarius' side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Aquarius' side of this connection, please. I feel like you're just overall disappointed with how things have been. The Queen of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. So here you are. And then the Knight of Cups in reverse. I want more on the Six of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female, this Queen of Swords can be you. I just generally see this as like the more feminine energy. This is the more masculine energy. But we all have feminine and masculine energies within us, so it doesn't really matter. It could just be speaking to one aspect of you. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles for Aquarius' side here. The Two of Wands in reverse. Oh, with the Temperance. Okay. So you know what you want, Aquarius. I feel like you know exactly what you want. And I feel like the reason that you're disappointed is this isn't aligning with that. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't see the potential of it being able to, but I feel like for this to happen, this person would need to undergo this kind of transformation of self here. Now, you are way in your head when it comes to this connection. And I feel like you're waiting for things to change, but during that, you're dealing with a lot of triggers. Like, I feel like this is a very emotional time for you when it comes to this connection, because it's like you know what you want and you know there's a potential here, but I feel like then on the flip side, it's not happening the way that you think it could or it should, and that's getting you in a very emotional state. Now, this is for Aquarius' side of the connection. Hangman with a Star. I like this because I feel like you're trying to let go. I feel like you're trying to let go and you're trying to surrender to healing and trying to open yourself up here. Now, with the Hierophant, there's a lot you need to learn and a lot you don't know about either the purpose of this connection, about this person, about what's really going on here. It's just, I feel like there are some things that the universe is like purposely keeping from you, because you have to kind of work through this. Like, it just kind of feels like there's nothing else that you can do other than let go and just kind of allow, right? If things work out, then they're supposed to work out. If things don't work out, then they weren't supposed to work out. But obviously, it's not that easy to see things in that light when we're in the thick of it, right? Because we are real human beings experiencing real emotions, and those things are going to, we're going to be triggered, and real fears are getting triggered, real insecurities are getting triggered. And so working through it isn't as easy as it sounds, right? But it is absolutely, necessary in a way. This is for Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. The Hermit and the Tower. I like this because I do feel like you're trying to do some introspection here. Because this Tower, I feel like this isn't the first time you've experienced this Tower with this connection. I want to clarify this Tower card for Aquarius' energy. Clarifying this Tower card for this Aquarius' energy, please. Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Could be dealing with a fire sign, especially because you have fire and the Ace of Wands there. So that would be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Definitely don't have to be. I just like calling it out as I see it. Whoever this person is, though, you definitely see them as your Ten of Cups. Like, you see this like long-term future with them. But I feel like this Tower is like the biggest blockage to it. But this Tower is recurring. Because there's the Five of Swords. You have it in reverse, but it's kind of coming up with the same message here. Like, this Tower is the reason you feel this need to protect yourself. But what is this Tower? I want more on this Tower. Because this isn't the first time you've experienced this Tower. More on this Tower here for Aquarius. This is more on the Tower for Aquarius, please. More on the Tower for Aquarius. More on the Tower for... Okay, here we go. We're getting somewhere. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. Some inner child energy is being triggered through this connection. I'm going to get nosy. What is this inner child energy that's being triggered for Aquarius? Clarifying this Page of Wands. What inner child energy is being triggered through this for Aquarius? Clarifying this Page of Wands. What inner child energy is being triggered here? Okay. This is very specific. This is how you've... Okay, a couple ways I can take this. There's a more specific way that isn't going to resonate with all Aquariuses. But then there's also a more general way I can take this message, and I feel the need to bring forward with both. Because the way that I see this, and the more general message is, you've never put yourself first when it comes to love. You have had the tendency of always putting your partner or the person that you're dealing with as a priority over you. And you've done that because you felt like that was the only way that you were ever deserving of love, is if you are giving more than you're receiving. And I feel like through this specific connection, that is being triggered. So this Tower moment that you experience in this connection is usually whenever you get to a point where you are tired of not being a priority for yourself or for them. Now, the other way that I can see this is how you've experienced the love of a mother figure in your life. That is being triggered through this connection. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but it's definitely going to resonate with some people. And if that's like maybe your mother was emotionally unavailable and you're experiencing that through this person, or maybe you had a transactional love with your mother and that's being triggered through this connection. But there is definitely something through these Tower moments that you experience in the connection, and the Tower moment being a really intense, emotionally charged event. So when those things go down, there's something trying to be brought to the surface that repeats in all of your relationships. But this connection in particular is bringing that up. Now, this makes me feel like this Death card is more saying that this connection is helping you close out a cycle that started in childhood with this inner child energy here. This is for Aquarius' side of the connection. Aquarius' side of this connection. The Three of Wands with a Magician in reverse. You know what you want, Aquarius, and I think you need to reevaluate whether or not this person has the ability to align with that, or whether you are living for, you are hoping for this person undergoing some sort of a personal transformation here. Because if that means that you're hoping for somebody's potential and you're not hoping, you're not loving someone for who they are today. Now, not that you don't love them for who they are, but that you're, the only way you would feel happy in the connection is if this person's potential was who they were. So I definitely feel, I want to take the Seven of Pentacles in reverse instead. I definitely feel like it's just needing to be really honest with yourself and reevaluate, like, does this person align with what makes me happy? And if you can say yes, then okay, great. Now you kind of need to get to the bottom of these Tower moments and things like that. But then there's also, if you can't say yes to that, and if majority of the time you're wishing things were better than they were in the connection, then maybe there's a little bit of introspection needed on that level, in that sense too. But okay, this is for this person's energy toward Aquarius. This is this person's energy toward Aquarius, please. This person's energy toward Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know about this person's energy? Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. Ooh, okay. I feel like they have a tendency to be the source of the majority of the conflict that exists in this connection. Meaning they're usually the ones maybe starting conflict or creating conflict. Which means that they, like, I don't know, like, it's almost like this is like, to me, like, they invest in conflict. That's what I'm seeing this message as. Like, if we're looking at it straightforward, like, they invest in conflict. And so it almost feels like they maybe don't know how to handle things all that maturely. I don't even know if that's a word. And so they create conflict. But I also feel like that's because they, like, don't know how to communicate too. That's okay. Let's get more. This person's energy toward Aquarius, please. Ooh, okay. This connection mirrors each other quite a bit. Seven of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. They see this long-term potential of this connection. They do. But yet, I feel like there's a lot of healing with the star here that they're needing to do. And a lot of introspection with the Hermit. You know, the Hermit and the star kind of being like introspection and healing. And a lot of fear they're needing to be worked through with the Moon in reverse before things are going to be able to come together. The Three of Cups. And I feel like that's what this transformation card is saying. So it's not that this person doesn't, it's not a matter of whether or not this person cares about you. It's a matter of whether or not they're open to doing the work to making something, you know, making this work. And if they're not, that's not a sign of your worth. This person's energy toward Aquarius. This person's energy toward Aquarius, please. See, they have the Three of Wands in reverse. They have this tendency to play it safe, especially when it comes to communication here. So I feel like they maybe aren't all of that emotionally vulnerable with you, or honest, or like real, like just authentic. Like I don't feel like they have a lot of authenticity in their communication. I feel like they have a tendency to protect themselves in a lot of ways. And even if you've known this person forever, right, for years, like I still feel like they have a tendency to hold back with you because they do fear that level of vulnerability. And that ends up kind of being, I feel like why you're disappointed is because you're wanting things to be a little bit more like real and authentic or emotional in like a healthy way. And I feel like this connection kind of errs on the potential of having a little bit of toxicity to it, just because this person isn't really open to doing a lot of the work that's needed as of right now, right? Because they have the Ace of Wands in reverse. They're not taking action to undergo this transformation. This person's energy toward Aquarius. Yeah, so they're stuck in a karmic cycle of running. The Knight of Swords in reverse, they're running. And there's the Six of Swords with the Ten of Cups. So even if they see, because I feel like this connection has potential for them too. They see this as a potential for Ten of Cups, but they move on from it. They try to let it go because and that's why I said they have a karmic cycle of running, because they don't know how to, like, it's like, I don't know if they're not ready to settle down, or if they're not, well, even if it's like you're married, like I just feel like this person isn't able to fully accept love, which means they're not fully able to give it. And that comes down to their own fears and their own insecurities getting in the way. And that's why I said, like, them not choosing to do the work has nothing to do with you, because it has nothing to do with your worth, right? It doesn't mean that you're not deserving of the love that you're looking for in this person. It means that you're looking for it from the wrong person. And I'm not necessarily saying that's the case. I'm saying if it comes down to that, right? If this person is straight up like, no, I'm not going to heal, or I'm not going to do the work, or I'm not going to do any introspection. But I feel like this person has a tendency to run from things that are good for them. And I feel like you are good for them. But I feel like that's why your inner child is being triggered. Maybe you have an abandonment trauma, or maybe you have, you're used to other people putting themselves ahead of you, or whatever the case is. This person's energy toward Aquarius. The Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Could be dealing with an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I also kind of see this Queen of Pentacles as you. Because I feel like maybe you have a little bit of stability and level-headedness that this person doesn't have. And I feel like they lean on you a little bit too much to be their source of stability. And that creates even more conflict, because not only are they not reciprocating what it is that you deserve, but they're requiring a lot from you. And that's not fair. They're kind of showing up as the devil here a little bit. Like, not that they are the devil. This like devil energy, it feels like it's a little bit of them. Like, it's like they like have a tendency to kind of like tie themselves to you in a way. Like, I don't know. This person's energy toward Aquarius. I just know that I don't really like that energy. This person's energy toward Aquarius, please. There's the Death and the Knight of Wands. This death, unless they undergo this transformation, they're going to continue to sabotage this. Because they don't know how to handle it in a healthy way. So this does come down to whether or not this person is willing to do the work. Now, not just them, right? You too. Because there's obviously inner child energy that's being reflected back at you through this person. And you can't control this person's healing. You can only control your own. So there's some Page of Wands energy that's needing to be healed on your side of things that is being triggered through this connection. Now you heal that, and maybe you're able to kind of release yourself from feeling so attached to this connection, or maybe this person decides to do healing. There's so many different outcomes, but the only thing that you can do is focus on what you can control, and what you can control is your own healing. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much, as always, for your support of my channel. I'm going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. You have Death with the Two of Swords in reverse. I do hope that this reading resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aquarius.